Hello students, welcome to our physics lecture for 10 plus 2 medical and non-medical stream. Before going to chapter 5, that is matter and magnetism, I already included the chapter 4, that is moving charges and magnetism, and the lectures are available on the YouTube. You go to channel and show their link is of 12th class physics lectures. If any doubt arises, then you can ask. Now we are going to start chapter 5, that is magnetism and matter. First of all, we have to deal with the basic terms, that is magnetism, magnetic dipole moment, magnetic dipole, magnetic length, and etc. First is magnetism, the phenomena of attraction of small bits of iron, steel, cobalt towards the ore, that is called as magnetism. And the iron ore showing this effect in natural magnet having the formula Fe3O4. That means उस फिनोमिना को जो कि स्मॉल बिट्स को अट्रैक्ट करता है अपनी तरफ, दैट इज आयरन, स्टील और कोबाल्ट तरह के मटेरियल्स इसमें इंक्लूड होते हैं जो कि एक और की टुवर्ड्स अट्रैक्ट होते हैं, उस फिनोमिना को हम बोलते हैं मैग्नेटिज्म. एंड द आयरन और जो कि इस इफेक्ट को शो करता है अपनी नेचुरल मैग्नेटिज्म में, उसका फॉर्मूला होता है Fe3O4. And now all of you know about the Coulomb's law. As in electrostatics, the Coulomb's law is F is proportional to the product of charges and the square of distance between them, and along with the constant, that is K, having value 9 into 10 raised to power 9. But here in case of the magnetic force, the force is proportional to the m1 m2 divided by r square. Here m1 m2 are not the masses, these are the pole strength of the magnetic dipole. That is, according to the Coulomb's law in magnetic force, it states that force of attraction or repulsion between two magnetic poles of strength having m1 and m2 separated by a distance r is directly proportional to the product of pole strength and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. That is, here now m1 m2 are not the masses, they are the pole strength of two magnets, and r is the distance between them, where mu naught upon 4 pi is a constant having value 10 raised to power minus 7. And now from equation 1, if you are putting m1 is equals to m2, that is equals to m. And if r is the distance between them, we taken it's a 1 meter. And let it be forces 10 raised to power minus 7 Newton. Then you are arising here that 10 raised to power minus 7 Newton is equals to 10 raised to power minus 7 into, that is the pole strength of two magnetic poles divided by the distance between them, the square. That is nothing but the first equation becomes after putting out these values. So here m square is equals to 1, that is m is equals to plus minus 1 ampere meter. Now therefore the strength of magnetic pole is said to be 1 ampere meter if it repels equal and similar poles. See, here the poles are equal and similar when it placed in vacuum or air at a distance of 1 meter. Now it is placed at a distance of 1 meter from it and with a force of 10 raised to power minus 7 Newton. And we are taking here 10 raised to power minus 7 Newton. So basically this is nothing but the definition of the strength of magnetic pole is said to be 1 ampere meter if it repels equal and similar poles when placed in vacuum or air at a distance of 1 meter from it with a force of 10 raised to power minus 7 Newton. And to see the Newton units, how it become ampere meter. Now you have to consider the unit functionality, that is mu naught upon 4 pi is 10 raised to power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. That is from the Biot-Savart's law. When we are doing the Biot-Savart's law and its application, here it is clearly mentioned in the lectures that mu naught upon epsilon naught, how it comes as unit as Tesla meter per ampere. Okay, so force basically is equals to mu naught upon 4 pi m1 m2 divided by r square, that is according to the Coulomb's law in magnetism. So here force we are taken 10 raised to power minus 7 Tesla meter ampere. Here force the units are Tesla meter ampere because we are taking in case of the magnetism. And mu naught upon 4 pi I already discussed, that is 10 raised to power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. M1 and M2 both are equal to capital M here, because if I taken the small m, then you can don't be confused with the meter now. Here capital M is a pole strength, so let it be capital M square divided by 1 meter the square. Now the terms are cancelling out and we are arriving at A is equals to 1 by A, that is ampere, is equal to 1 by ampere pole strength का square divided by meter square. So here pole strength square becomes A square meter square, that is ampere meter coming has a unit here. That is why I am writing here as 1 ampere meter. Okay, so that is we are discussing how the units come. Next is magnetic dipole. Two equal and opposite poles separated by small distance constitute a magnetic dipole. That means दो equal और opposite poles को अगर मैं किसी distance के साथ separate करूँ तो वो एक magnetic dipole बनाएंगे. Next is magnetic length. The distance between the two poles of a magnet, of a bar magnet, is called as magnetic length. That is simply the distance between this pole and this pole is termed as a magnetic length. And here magnetic length is 2L as shown in the diagram. Next is magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment is basically defined as product of strength of either pole and magnetic length 2L of a magnet, and it is represented by a capital M. So now capital M here, MdM is magnetic dipole moment, that is strength of either pole, किसी भी एक पोल का strength that is small m into magnetic length that is 2L, and make sure here the length of the pole is strength of the pole is the same. Okay, that is here is also m, here is also m. That is why we are taking only one side, strength of either pole and the distance between them, and the product of two is called as magnetic dipole moment, and it is a vector quantity. Its direction is from south pole to north pole of a magnet. डायरेक्शन इसकी हमेशा साउथ से नॉर्थ पोल तक होती है, एंड द एसआई यूनिट ऑफ मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल मोमेंट इज एम्पियर मीटर स्क्वायर. Now next article is current loop as a magnetic dipole and its magnetic dipole moment. We have to consider a wire carrying current I as shown in the diagram, and looking for the upper phase current is flowing in the anti-clockwise direction. So it has north polarity, and for the lower phase it is in clockwise direction. It has a south polarity that you already done in the previous classes, that in the 10th classes when you have read about the magnetism chapter. That is अगर एक करंट कैरिंग लूप है, अब इस करंट कैरिंग लूप के अगर तो आप अपर फेस की तरफ देखते हो, देखिए अपर फेस की तरफ आपको लगेगा दैट इट इज मूविंग इन द क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन, एंड इन द क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन हियर द पोलैरिटी बिकम्स द नॉर्थ पोलैरिटी, एंड वी आर सीइंग इन द डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन, यानी कि जब आप नीचे से देखने की कोशिश करो देन इट बिकम्स, इट रिक्वायर्स अ डायरेक्शन इन द क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. ओके, सो जब आप इसके नीचे से डाउनवर्ड से देखने की कोशिश करोगे, here is in the clockwise direction, and for the clockwise direction the polarity becomes here in the south polarity. So that is a particular saying in this particular paragraph. So that is current carrying loop behaves as system of two equal opposite magnetic poles and hence form a magnetic dipole. तो इसका मतलब अपर फेस पर उसकी नॉर्थ पोलैरिटी बन रही है और डाउनवर्ड फेस पे उसकी साउथ पोलैरिटी बन रही है. इसका मतलब अब यहाँ पे ये एक मैग्नेट की तरह एक्ट करेगा, बिकॉज यहाँ पे उसके पास दो इक्वल और ऑपोजिट मैग्नेटिक पोल्स फॉर्म हो गए हैं, जिसके वजह से वो एक मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल की तरह एक्ट करेगा. सो इस मैग्नेटिक डाइपोल में ए क्या है, उसका एरिया ऑफ इनक्लोज्ड बाय द लूप, और अगर मैं मैग्नेटिक पोल की स्ट्रेंथ देखूं दैट इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू द आई, कि उसने कितना करंट कैरी किया हुआ है मल्टीप्लाई बाय कितनी एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन में है. सो एम इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू आई ए, और इसको कांस्टेंट ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनलिटी हटाने के लिए आई विल पुट हियर एज कांस्टेंट ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनलिटी k, that is k is equals to 1, let it be. So m is equals to ia, and in vector forms for the n terms m vector is equals to n I a n cap. Now we are supposing here in the vector form. So to show the vector form here we are arising here the n cap, that is a unit cap, that is nothing but tells about its the direction. Okay, unit cap. Next is, so here n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to the plane of the loop as shown in the figure. See. So in SI unit the pole strength की units हो जाएंगी ampere meter square, and in CGS it will unit is ampere centimeter square. This is nothing but the expression for the magnetic dipole. Next is magnetic dipole moment. For to consider the magnetic dipole moment, first of all we have to learn about the torque acting on a magnet in a magnetic field. So let us suppose there is a magnet having pole strength, here is from MB and here is a magnitude MB also. Both are same but in carrying in opposite direction, and it is placed in a uniform magnetic field having north and south pole. So uniform magnetic field B is represented by equidistant parallel lines. These dotted lines are showing the equidistant parallel lines of B representing in the NS bar magnet of length 2L, and the pole strength is capital M. So M is held at an angle theta. So let we place it at an angle theta. It is tilted towards the B now. So let it be placed at an angle theta with the direction of B. And force on the north pole, that is MB along B. नॉर्थ पोल पे जो उसकी फोर्स लग रही है दैट इज इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ एम बी एंड इफ वी आर टेकन इन द साउथ पोल as it is in the opposite direction, so here is a negative sign, that is minus mb along the direction of b vector. So these two forces being equal, parallel and opposite, therefore it forms a couple. Therefore, the torque acting on the magnet is equals to torque is equals to force into perpendicular distance. Similar in the way जैसे कि आप एक टैप ओपन करते हो, so टैप की फिंगर्स को आप जब टैप की टैप पे उसको घुमाते हो, that they will acting a torque to open the tap and to close the tap. So similar is a way, that is torque is equals to the force into perpendicular distance. अब जो perpendicular distance है, अगर मैं इसको एक triangle की form में लेती हूँ, this one, and that would be equal to the, this is the 2L that is acting as a hypotenuse, and when we make a triangle and form it as an angle of theta, and here arising the perpendicular distance will be equal to 2L sine of theta. So MB cross 2L sine of theta. So here we are arising that now the M, capital M, that is dipole moment, is equals to the pole strength into the distance between them, that is 2L. So here M into 2L, that is written as capital M B sine of theta. Please make sure perpendicular distance is 2L. You have to make the simple triangle here, and here is the angle of theta, and here you have to take the Pythagoras, or you can take the sine theta is equals to p upon h, that is perpendicular divided by base. From here you got the perpendicular distance 2L sine theta. If any problem arises, then you can ask. So tau is equals to here capital M into capital B sine of theta. Now if in two physical quantities there is a product of the sine of theta, that means the cross product is here in the vector form, that is torque in the vector form is equals to M vector cross B vector. So here torque is perpendicular to the plane containing M vector and B vector, and it is given by the right-handed screw rule. All the rules are already explained in the video, that is put it in the physics lecture link. And if here theta is equals to 90 degree, theta if here is equals to 90 degree, so torque is equals to MP, simple because sine of 90 degree is 1, that would be the maximum value. And if B is equals to the 1 Tesla, if B is equals to 1 Tesla, then torque is acting here, magnetic dipole moment is the torque acting perpendicular to the uniform magnetic field of stroke length. Yes, please here you can say that. So here if M is equals to 1, magnetic dipole moment is the torque acting on a dipole held perpendicular to the uniform field of unit strength, that is magnetic dipole moment is the torque. That means you have to write it here as M. This is by mistake, okay? So if B is equals to 1 Tesla, then torque is equals to M. That is magnetic dipole moment is the torque acting on the dipole held perpendicular to the uniform field of unit strength. That's all. Thank you so much.